Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at 2D Designs, I've got this great collection of under the sea cutting dies. Here is a really sweet one that my friend Debbie made using the message in a bottle die. I can't wait to show you what else she came up with, so come back and play with us. So this message in a bottle die set is so sweet. As you can see, 3 little dies. We've got our little rolled up paper that would just fit inside the bottle, and then a little string or a little bow to tie that. And for the card that Debbie made here, she used, this is new for us, this is At the Shore 12 by 12 patterned cardstock. It is gorgeous watercolor. And then we've got At the Shore solids. Okay, so she used both of these. And this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. And I'll show you what she did for her little bottle. She did something really interesting. She used a sheet of acetate. You can buy this by the sheet. And all of these items are listed down below the video if you want to buy 1 or 2 things. We've also got a great money saver. Check that out over there. All right, so what she did was just have a little piece of acetate like this. And then she die cut the bottle from this nice medium blue paper from the At the Shore solid cardstock. And then she did the cork here out of tan, and I just used the top part of the bottle on the tan paper. Didn't need to cut out the whole thing. But now I can just trim away the bottom part here where it's a little bit of the bottle. And then to keep all of these little inside pieces that usually evacuate right here, I actually kept those and then put a little piece of scratch paper, a little piece of white paper behind the cork so that I could stick those little inside pieces on there and glue them on, and they'll stay in place that way. And then that just gets glued right on top there. All right, so what we're going to do first is put some glue on the back of this bottle, and then we're going to glue it to the acetate and cut that out. So we're just going to take a little bit of, this is Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue. We love this glue. It's a paper glue actually, but it does well on acetate. All right, the only thing is you need to make sure you're not putting too much on, and then you want to make sure it's kind of moved around a little bit, because when you set it on the acetate, you don't want it to squish, okay? And then the glue would get all over the acetate. So we're going to try to be cautious about that. Go. And just tapping that down just like that. Oop, got a little smudge there. All right. And then while that dries for a moment, let's talk about this little paper roll. She die cut that out of a little sort of a sand colored paper that's from one of the other papers in the paper pack. And then she cut the roll of paper out of solid green and then backed that with just a little bit of that sandy colored paper. And then she actually glued that to the back of the acetate, so it looks like it's in the bottle. Now normally I would let this dry a little bit longer, but we're just going to go for it. I'm going to take my tiny little scissors, which are fantastic for cutting. Never try to use large scissors when you're cutting things that are in detail. Just invest in a pair of small scissors. It'll save you so much time and so much frustration, that is for sure. Let's see, we're just cutting it. You see how I'm holding my scissors at a little bit of an angle? Because then it's cutting right up close to the edge of that die cut piece there. All right, and so now we've got that half of that cut away. So when the whole thing is cut away, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut around the bottle here, the top. I can show you the next part. All right, we won't do the whole thing because that's not necessary. And then we're going to take this little stopper part, put a little bit more glue on that, and then we're just gluing that right there over the top. Okay? And then you would just glue the little rolled paper right there and glue that to your card front. Very easy to do, and just a really nice little technique because you get that nice little shimmer. You can see here she's actually cut a little slit with an X-Acto knife where this little mound of grass is so that she could tuck that behind that. It's just a nice little technique. Well done, Debbie. All right, the next card. All right, this one uses, this is the Coral Reef cutting die. One piece like that. And what Debbie did with this one, first of all, she covered her 5 by 6.5 inch card with flowing ink 12 by 12 patterned cardstock, which is just gorgeous. These beautiful, beautiful papers with painted or like ink or alcohol ink or paint. It's just gorgeous. And then we've also got some of the solid that we're using. And then she die cut this out of a green suede material. This is actually olive suede. And if you've never seen suede before, it is fabric, suede fabric, that is backed with paper, and it die cuts beautifully. So she's die cut that from this, and then we went ahead and die cut it from pink, and then also blue and green and several other colors that are in the solid paper pack. So let me show you what she did here first. Oh, let's see, let's cut out this little guy, the seahorse. So to cut this out, you want to take your small scissors again, and we're just going to get rid of these extra pieces, just like this. And then she also cut the little starfish and the fish from that. And then she used a couple of metallic inks here. She used Midas Gold and Midas Silver, and they're both metallic. So the first thing is to take a little bit of the gold. Sponge daubers are really nice to have for this technique. I'm going to put a little bit on this dauber and then just do the tummy right there. You can see that shimmering. There we go. And then we're going to do the same with the silver. And she did that on each one of these pieces and around the edge of the card. That all the way around. Go. And that turns out so nicely. And then just glue this using that Cosmic Shimmer glue. You just glue that right over the top of the green one. It's a really easy fit. She also used, these are sea turtle shimmers. And they're all these little baubles right here, these little jewels. And we've got some seashells down here. Oddly, when you put these green sea turtle shimmers on this purple, they turn this nice blue color. So yeah, that's just a little trick of the color there. And we've also got right here, these are purple Jewel Dazzle stickers, and they're in various, we've got greetings, we've got borders, we've got thin line dazzles. This is such a great collection, and I'm gonna tell you how this came to be. One of our customers, I don't know who it was, said, I really miss having purple vinyl in your dazzles. And at the time when we print a lot of our dazzles, they didn't have purple. And so Paulette did a little research. Turns out they had come out with purple but hadn't told us. So they sent us a selection of purple to choose from. And so yeah, sometimes you guys, you gotta let us know. Sometimes there are sort of holes in products that we have that we don't notice that we have those holes. And Paulette really, really listens to customers. So this was a great deal. So whoever that was out there, if you're watching, brilliant. We thank you very much. So she added that right here. You make me smile. So very, very sweet card and really easy to put together. All right, now this last one actually uses two sets. This one uses Jellyfish and the Reef fish. So here's the Jellyfish, and here is the Reef fish. Okay, so cute. And what Debbie did with these, she did a technique on white glitter cardstock using alcohol inks. Okay, and also some blending solution. I'm going to get to that in just a moment, but let's see what else she used here. She used these sparkling iridescent sheets. They're gorgeous. They come in a pack like this. You can find them all here. There we are. And I think there's a couple more. There we go. And she die cut the jellyfish and all of these sweet little fish, okay? And then she backed the jellyfish with this piece of just a solid plain vellum. And you can buy 10 sheets of this in a package just like this. And then she glued that to the front of this alcohol inked white glitter cardstock. And then around the edges of that, she put these colorful thin line dazzle stickers, which are so beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. And I think she used this purple one right here. And then right here, we've got a stretch pastel and pearl We're Together dazzle stickers. So missing you, my friend, in this really beautiful pink. All right, so let's get to the technique. We've got this. We're also going to need our alcohol ink applicator and these little felt pieces that come in a package like this. All right, so I'm going to get my craft mat out and kind of move some of these things away because it can be a little messy. All right, so here's my craft mat. You always want to have one of these when you're using something that's permanent because it can really mess up your workspace. There we go. And I'm going to use a glove to put this on, and this is going to be comical because the only glove I could find is this giant extra large glove. So that's going to be pretty funny. So we're going to use these colors. Let's see, this is like a purple and a pink. And I don't think she used the red. All right, so this color is, doesn't say. Mermaid, it does say. Mermaid and amethyst. All right, and then we've got our blending solution and we've got our little applicator. What we're going to do is have our applicator in the hand. We don't need to have a glove on. And this is the hand that we're going to use when we're opening these bottles because when you're squeezing this stuff out, it can be messy. All right, so we're going to just put a couple of dots of this mermaid color right here. I'm probably going to want more, so I'm going to put more than I think I'm going to need. Okay, and then we've got amethyst. I'm going to put the amethyst over here so it doesn't even try to roll into the mermaid color. All right, and then we've got our alcohol blending solution. And I'm going to inject that, or just squeeze it, onto this felt mat. Felt applicator, rather. All right, that's about all we're going to need. And then what you're going to do is just take that and put some of this right here. And you're going to just sort of pounce it. Like this. And we're spreading the color around. We don't want it all located in one area. And we're getting this sort of squared up edge. That's okay. It's all going to blend together. All right, now we're going to take another one of these pads. Sometimes you can just mix them together and it's not a big deal. But I'm going to change this out because I'm not sure if Debbie didn't change out hers. I'd rather have it changed out and not regret it. All right, now we're going over to the amethyst. And here we go. We're just going to mix those together. I don't think I'm going to do this whole thing. We're just going to focus up at the top here. And I'm going to get a little bit more blending solution. Okay, and you see what we're getting? We're getting that sort of mottled, oceany look right there. Let's turn this around, and we're going to try some that is more mermaid and add less of the amethyst. See how we like that. Okay, I'm going to switch that out. Go back to the amethyst, and we're just going to add little bits of the amethyst. All right, and then just a little bit more blending solution to get those to blend together nicely. All right, so that's where we are. So we have two completely different looks here. This one's much more sort of purpley and amethyst. This one has more mermaid on it. I think Debbie used the one that was more mermaid. All right, so once you did your entire technique here, you would let that dry for probably an hour because you'd want to make sure that, you know, this is paper on the back. And then once that's dry, alcohol inks are, because there's alcohol in them and they evaporate very quickly, this will just take a few minutes to dry, and then we're going to put this on a slimline card. okay, that she matted with black cardstock. And this is cut to size, so it just goes right there, leaving a little black border. Then those little colorful thin line dazzle stickers went there. And then this one got glued directly to the surface of the card using Cosmic Shimmer. And then these little guys got foam taped on there. See, really a fun and easy technique to do. So let me clear all this off. And you guys, we have a great money saver. It's on the right-hand side of the screen. Definitely encourage you to check that out. If you're watching us on YouTube, then I would encourage you to take a look at the link that is below the video. That'll take you right to this Paper Wishes webisode page. And let's see what else. Subscribe. We do 3 to 5 videos a week, and I wouldn't want you to miss anything. A thumbs up would be great too. Thanks for joining us today, and I'll see you next time.